Railfan Ride Along. We got a local who just left the yard. Been waiting for him for about an hour, but crew just got on. They got the train rolling, leaving the yard now. So we're gonna let a few cars by, and then we're gonna do a little chasing and pacing. The local that we're gonna be chasing is CPKC L52, the Columbus turn. And today I'm not sure what all stops they'll be making. They have 2 box cars and then about 6 to 8 bulkhead flat cars, which are loads for the aluminum mill. So I'm not sure what all setouts they'll have or pickups they'll have. So
crossover derail is in the reverse position.
Get ready for me. We're gonna go knock that derail down.
Alright, well this seems like they're going straight to the aluminum mill. And I've never filmed this before, so I'm gonna try and film this on my phone too for a future video. But we are coming up now on L52's train. And looks like we're not gonna get a whole lot of pacing done because the mill is right up here. So I'm gonna quick pull off and see if I can set up to film them gumming to the mill. We got 2 locomotives. The lead locomotive, KCS 2912 GP40-2 LW, and then trailing is KCS 2818 GP38. So up ahead here, if you can see it, we got yellow lights on the right. That's for the signaling that the switch is reversed. You also heard that on scanner. Switch is reversed. That was the first light, and then the second light there, that is for the derail, just off to the right there. So I'm gonna quick pull off here and see if I can't get you guys set up to where you can see them coming in, and then I'm also gonna need to try and grab my shots of them coming in as well. So see what we can get here. See, they'll be coming in right through there.
I derailed there. I got you section next Christmas.
Alright, it's L52 coming into the aluminum mill with looks like about, I don't know, maybe 10 cars. I'm not even counting. The mill's over that way. Quick step out and get a few shots with my camera. Okay, well, that was a much shorter chase than I thought that was going to be. Didn't know they were going to the aluminum mill first. I thought that since I guess there's enough room in the yard, I guess they'd pull in and run around their train and come out. I really thought that they set out on their way back and then just shoved their set outs into the aluminum mill, but I guess not this time. So, well, that is L52 into the aluminum mill, and things are getting dark. I'm not sure how well y'all can see, but I guess we're still right here at Artesia, so I guess we'll go see if there's any yard jobs working. I don't know from listening to a scanner, I don't know if there are any other jobs out. We'll head back into Artesia. We'll do a quick tour of Artesia, and I guess if we can't find any other jobs running, then well, that'll probably end this short live stream. Had to wait about an hour for the crew to get on that job, so really wasn't planning on being here this late, but since I'm still here, I guess we'll make the most of it. But I'm actually glad I stayed, because that's the first time I ever saw them going to the aluminum mill, and I was wanting to get some footage of that for a future video. So I'm pretty happy with the shots I got there. Coming up into Artesia now. Off to our left is the yard. This is the east end of the yard. Boxcars on this track. Alright, now coming around to the north end of the yard, and we'll quick swing by the shops. Swung through earlier, and there was a bunch of power there, some road power from Manifest 266, and The same power will go on train 267, which will probably leave either tonight or tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow if I had to guess. Today's 267 left this morning, about mid-morning. So straight ahead of us here is the shops. We got some road power mixed in with some Jeeps. So right here's the rip tracks. Different cars are worked on. Parking lot here with a lot of high rail trucks. And then of course, more train cars, more tracks. Loop around to the south end of the yard. If we're lucky, there'll be someone, a yard job working there, but if not, that's probably gonna end this quick little live stream, which we are quickly running out of daylight anyway, so might have to end it pretty soon anyhow. Alright, off to our right, we got a spot that the railroad calls Shady Rest. This is a siding. You can see there's two trains tied down in there now. So those, that one train from L52, the Sotillo turn, which they tied down the train, cut the motors off, and took the motors to the shop. That's what those CPKC Jeeps were on. So they brought that train in, took the power to the shops to get fuel and serviced. And then the train consist will get broken up later. Later it'll be pulled into the yard by a yard job, then sorted and broke down and put into whatever tracks they need to go in. Alright, coming around to the south end of the yard. This is really kind of the downtown area of Artesia, which is really not a whole lot. Got a little fire station, little motel, small library, community center. The railroad is really the biggest thing in Artesia. And it doesn't look like we have anyone else running, so this is probably gonna wrap up our quick little live stream, but at least we got to see one train running. I happened to get off work just a little early and had a free evening. Wife's out of town, so figured I might as well see what I can find. But had to wait a little while for that one train, but I'm happy with the catches I got. So anyway, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next live stream.